The sun rose over ancient Lydia, a land of mystery and wealth, the birthplace of the world's first gold and silver coins. Uros, a young royal alchemist, stood on the palace terrace, gazing across the prosperous city. King Croesus, the legendary and wealthy ruler of Lydia, had issued coins in both gold and silver. For the first time in history, he established a formal exchange ratio between the two metals. Uros stared intently at a gold coin in his hand and remembered. The king had fixed the gold to silver ratio at 13:1, a ratio that held for centuries, symbolizing silver's lasting value and power. He returned to his laboratory, where he had crafted a mysterious potion one that would carry him through the corridors of time itself. He took a deep breath, reflecting on the unknown future that awaited him. What visions would this time journey reveal? He held the bottle, a shimmering golden liquid infused with the power to transcend eras. Raising it to his lips, he glanced around one last time. "Perhaps all my questions lie ahead," he whispered. With a single sip, the world spun around him, and he was engulfed in a tunnel of light. His laboratory vanished. Time itself stretched and twisted as Uros was hurled through the ages. He raced through a radiant tunnel, history unfolding around him like a fast-forwarded film. At the end of the tunnel, he saw shadows of futures, unknown civilizations not yet born. At last, the tunnel opened, and Uros emerged in the heart of 19th century London, the age of the Industrial Revolution. The air was thick with smoke, and the streets were crowded with bustling people. This world bore no resemblance to ancient Lydia. In the city square, he saw a large sign that read, "Silver Standard Collapsing." He picked up a newspaper, stunned to read, "Silver Standard Abandoned. Gold Standard Takes Over." The headline continued, "Boom in silver mining in America and Mexico drives down prices." Uros whispered in disbelief. The gold-to-silver ratio is now 30, even 40:1. How could silver fall so far? In that moment, memories of Lydia and King Croesus flooded his mind. Silver, once nearly equal in value to gold, had plummeted in status. He imagined King Croesus admiring his golden coins, never believing silver could fall this low. Uros walked the busy London streets, deep in thought. Could time change again? He raised his hand and decided to drink once more to see a future even farther ahead. Another sip. Once again, time dissolved around him. Through thick industrial smog, he left the old world behind. Uros sped through a world he no longer recognized. When he finally landed, he found himself in the modern era in the heart of Wall Street, New York City. Giant screens flickered with market data. Charts, prices, and numbers flashed endlessly. He looked around and realized he stood in the center of the precious metals trading floor. One glowing number caught his eye, 80:1, the current gold to silver ratio. Uros stared in shock. "This is unreal!" He paused, realizing silver had never been so cheap compared to gold, not in any era he had visited. Standing in the middle of the trading floor, he contemplated this astonishing historical imbalance. He recalled Lydia's ancient ratio and the fall of silver in the industrial age. Perhaps, he thought, silver is now the opportunity. He watched the live silver prices. Though volatile, it was still vastly undervalued compared to gold. Finally, Uros made his decision. Based on industrial demand and historical ratios, he understood that silver was currently underpriced and that in the future, it might rise faster than gold. This was the wisdom history had whispered to him. Hello and greetings to my dear friends. Well, our friend Uros's extraordinary journey finally came to an end. Honestly, this guy deserves a medal for patience and perseverance. 3,000 years traveling back and forth, and he's still not entirely convinced which is better, silver or gold? Someone please tell him to relax and get on with his life. But let's quickly recap what happened during his strange adventure. First, Uros traveled to ancient Lydia, where they minted the very first coins. The rich king set the official gold to silver ratio at 13:1. That meant you'd trade 13 pieces of silver for just one piece of gold, a pretty fair and balanced ratio, showing that silver held great value back then. Next stop, the Industrial Revolution in 19th century London, where people had lost interest in silver. Massive new silver mines in America and Mexico flooded the market, dramatically driving silver's price down. The ratio skyrocketed to about 30 to 40 pieces of silver for just one gold coin. At this point, poor Uros was beginning to feel depressed. Finally, he decided to see what's happening now, a couple of years after we've left the COVID pandemic behind and the world is still trying to catch its breath. This time, Uros almost fainted in disbelief. The ratio had reached an astonishing 80:1. That means it now takes 80 silver coins to equal just one gold coin. He took a deep breath and thought to himself, surely silver can't get any cheaper than this. Now, my friends, what do we learn from all this? Well, history seems to tell us that silver, compared to gold, is cheaper now than it ever has been in the past. Considering industrial demand and historical price ratios, maybe it's time to take a closer look at silver as a potential investment opportunity. But keep this in mind. Historical ratios alone are not enough to make investment decisions. Other factors such as economic policies, global inflation, market psychology, and even our own behavior as investors play significant roles. So history is just one piece of this big puzzle. In future videos, we'll dive deeper into these topics to help you make more informed decisions. By the way, if you've enjoyed this video so far, smash that like button. It's even cheaper than silver right now. Subscribe to our channel to make me super happy, and don't forget to share this video with your friends so we can all become wise historians like our dear friend Uros. Until next time, take good care of your pockets. Catch you soon.